Hey there! Australia's got a weapon that sounds like sci-fi but works like real warfighting tech, the Apollo laser. Picture this, a silent beam that vaporizes drones. No ammo, no smoke, no explosions, just light doing the job. This isn't a toy. Apollo is a compact, mobile, 150-kilowatt high-energy laser built by Electro-Optical Systems, the same outfit behind the Slinger. Unlike systems that take decades to field, this one's already crossed the line from lab to customer. It's been sold to a NATO country. That says a lot. Here's the headline claim. One unit can take out hundreds of small drones without reloading, effectively unchained from conventional logistics because it runs on its own power package. Imagine defending a base from swarms and not worrying about magazines, smoke, or noisy interceptors. You just point, fire, and the threat disappears in a flash. The implications are massive. For attackers, drone swarms suddenly meet a counter that's quiet, precise, and cheap per shot. For defenders, it's a leap towards sustained, scalable protection. And for everyone watching military tech, Apollo marks a shift. Energy as the new ammunition. Hey everyone, welcome back to Viper Jet Wings. I'm a military expert, defense wonk, and yes, the only person who ever filed for VA benefits after prolonged exposure to Brisbane. On this channel, we break down military innovation and the Ukraine war from someone who's seen classified PowerPoints and lived to tell the tale. Today, lasers. Real ones, not sci-fi pew-pew. Battlefield systems that can fry a drone mid-air in a fraction of a second. And fittingly, Australia, home of the world's nastiest wildlife, gives us Apollo, a high-power laser cannon named after the god of light. Let's start with the problem. Modern battlefields are swamped with cheap drones. A $400 FPV drone can cripple a $4 million tank. They're numerous, fast, and expendable, exactly the kind of threat legacy air defense wasn't built to handle. Traditional interceptors and guns are slow, costly per engagement, and logistically thirsty. That's why militaries are racing toward directed energy counters. Lasers travel at light speed, engage rapidly, and, critically, have a very low cost per shot if you've got power. Enter Apollo, a 100-kilowatt class high-energy laser, scalable to 150 kilowatts, roughly the combined output of about 150 microwave ovens focused into one invisible, highly concentrated beam. In short, where swarm economics favor attackers, Apollo aims to flip the math back in defenders' favor. Designed for NATO Group 1-3 threats, from hobby quadcopters to small tactical UAVs, Apollo is containerized, fits in a standard 20-foot shipping container with 2 roof-mounted laser emitters for tracking and engagement. Effective burn range, about 3 kilometers, about 1.86 miles. It can also blind optical sensors out to 15 kilometers, disabling drones you can't physically vaporize. Speed, the turret can rotate 60 degrees in about 700 milliseconds, faster than a blink, and the system can engage roughly 20 small drones per minute. No magazines, no reloading. As long as you have power, you keep firing. If hooked to external power, Apollo can fire indefinitely. Run on its internal power pack, and it can neutralize about 200 drones before needing a recharge. Battery-only kills. Mobility. Truck-mounted, containerized, or base-installed. Full 360-degree coverage and vertical engagement so it can stop threats diving from above. Integrates with NATO C2, e.g. Link 16, for seamless layered defense alongside missiles and autocannons. Electro-Optical Systems bring decades of optical and RWS experience. Apollo isn't a lab toy. It's hardened for dust, heat, and real combat conditions. Strategic punch, sustained, mobile, and networked, a practical counter that flips swarm economics back to the defender. Apollo has already been exported to a European NATO country. EOS won't name it, but hint, if you border Russia and like kangaroos, congratulations. This marks the first export of a 100 kilowatt class laser anywhere. Smart move. Apollo is ITAR-free, meaning no US export restrictions. Allies can buy, integrate, or even locally produce it without Washington's approval. Autonomy in defense markets is the new gold. Australia's defense sector is quietly surging. Alongside Sweden, Denmark, and Germany, it's producing cutting-edge tech, autonomous systems, missile partnerships, and now practical, deployable lasers. With Apollo, Australia isn't just keeping pace with US or Israeli programs, it may actually be ahead in field-ready deployment. When most countries are still testing, Australia is already shipping operational Apollo units overseas. That's production reality, not vaporware. What follows is a new arms race. AI-driven drones learning to evade versus AI-guided lasers that track and neutralize faster than human reaction time. In Ukraine, we've seen jammers and spoofers. Lasers could be the next phase. Clean, quiet, precise. Picture invisible defensive domes silently burning incoming drones before they drop payloads. No smoke, no shrapnel, just disappearance. That power raises hard questions. More automation, less human oversight, and temptation to push lasers up the ladder towards satellites or aircraft optics. But today's mission is simple: keep the sky clear of enemy drones. Apollo is fast, economical, portable, and it works. If you're flying cheap drones over a front with a 20-foot container labeled Team Defense Australia, maybe call in sick. Hit subscribe and ring the bell. More battlefield tech right here on Viper Jet Wings.